GM monkeys, I feel like this is one of the few times I actually get to say GM and really feel like it's the morning, or find myself in the side of the or on this side of the world where it's actually morning. So it was very refreshing, and this week has been an amazing week hanging out with fellow monkeys. And I know that we also have a long list of agenda items that we've prepared for everybody. Of course, needless to say, this week has been a very, very eventful week. And there are, of course, a lot of things that we plan to go through. Some of them are, of course, a little bit of like the fun stuff. Some of them are not so fun stuff. So we just ask you to bear with us, and hopefully we can all get through them together. And sometimes we do the fun stuff and address the fun stuff, but sometimes someone has to, we also have to clear up, some of the things that are outstanding. So without further delay, and not trying to sort of scare everybody, this week will still be a fun week, and we are also looking forward to meet our new monkeys. Let's jump right into the newsletter. Let's see. Newsletter this week, I believe, is the 110 edition. This is super duper crazy that, this is probably close to the 2-year mark really soon. Now, the banana split featured the monkey dim sum. For some weird reason, every time, monkeys get together, or a good number of times, I would say, it's always about dim sum. I'm not complaining for sure, and it seems like fellow monkeys in the picture also really, really enjoyed it. Of course, we had Super Simon, and Quinn was there. Apparently, Quinn took a long drive just to join our fellow monkeys there. And, it seems like this was a very, very fun one. And a couple of cupcakes in between the Chinese food, which is really interesting to see. But hope you guys all have fun. We are doing a bunch of, initiatives, or rather we are working on a bunch of initiatives to really push forward, and enable more monkeys to start their own local chapters. And this is one such excellent example. And I want to sort of self-shield our monkeys who are in SF this week. This week, of course, for our folks in the gaming industry, is the sort of one of the more prominent conference that's been happening annually. This is the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco. And we had a couple of monkeys here, and we all managed to get together. And there was the KBBQ just 2 days ago. And the day before, we were attending a Solana game event that they put together. And honestly, sometimes attending Solana events globally just really feel like a MonkeDAO homecoming. Yeah, so this is why, we are so bullish about, the narrative of, the monkeys being a global passport equivalent. Wherever you go, it's always nice to see fellow monkeys around. It's almost like a home away from home. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it, especially I see that tweet. So hope you guys enjoy it, especially for folks who manage to get together with their fellow monkeys. Keep your Twitter content coming through. Sometimes in Discord it's always fun, but nothing beats the personal connection that you can actually have when you meet your JPEG friends in person. So go out there, form your local chapters, let us know how it goes, put out your tweets, and let us support you in, whatever way that we can. All right. So that is the, we are literally on the front page of the newsletter still. So getting back to it, Town Hall TLDR. Do you know that if you use the exclamation mark Town Hall TLDR, you can actually get the latest summary? And this means that even if you miss the Town Hall, and we have 69 audience today, just saying, nothing special about the number. But, you may not have to sit through the entire hour long of Town Hall if you do not have the time to do so. And that is perfectly fine. But of course, we would always encourage everyone to attend Town Hall, because nothing beats hanging out with fellow monkeys virtually on a beautiful Friday morning, or rather, Saturday midnight for our folks in Asia. All right, so feel free to go check it out. We are constantly finding ways to simplify our updates and to make sure it is more concise. Monkey meetups, this is something that I've gotten a fair bit of inquiry. I think it's ever since we pushed out the post. a lot of folks like, are we getting like 25 or 35 USDC? The grant is set at 25 USDC. To sort of kick off this global launch, we are sort of temporarily increasing it to 35 USDC for the first 10 meetups that take place since the announcement. All right. If your meetup, of course, took place before that, then we may not be able to extend that. But if it's within the first hand after the announcement has been made, we will be more than happy to cover up to 35 per verified monkey. All right. Yes, so governance updates. I think we'll talk a little bit about this as well. Gentry has been added to the Discord voting. There's the lower treehouse and upper treehouse sort of like structure, but the goal is to really engage, all community members across as many channels. Wait, Mickey Mouse picture post. Oh, okay, Vlogs is very distracting. Sorry. Yeah. So the goal is really to ensure that we can create more platforms for community members to participate, regardless of what collection you are holding. If you are a verified monkey, MonkeDAO, we should always be sort of finding ways to engage community members. And monkey events, monkey IRL events, which is a big cornerstone of MonkeDAO. I believe there are more updates than that. I think the last I checked, we are a little bit over 63 VIPs. And then the Breakpoint Hotel, of course, is sold out for one of the option. The second option, there is potentially still the possibility of us organizing something for you guys. So if you are interested in the MonkeDAO Breakpoint Singapore Hotel, let us know ASAP. It is happening in just about 6 months' time. And because, again, this is the F1 season, there is no guarantee we can get something up for you. But the issue is that, technically we could, but the prices would be very, very, out of the norm that you see right now. All right. And of course, New York, we will have Stro up. Stro has took time out of his work to join us today. Appreciate him. Web3 events, a bunch of events happening. Feel free to go check it out. It's too many for us to, do a shout out at this point. But this is all good opportunities for you guys to come together. I know a couple of monkeys are also very, very excited. Well, actually, I see the chat popping off. Shout out to our monkeys heading to Dubai. If you're heading to Dubai, I believe we have recently locked in a small activation with a few partners there. So feel free to go check it out or let Stro know if you're wondering what exactly we are talking about. And we'll be more than happy to, point you to the right direction. All right. Yes, Dubai, that is happening yet. Let me see what tags am I getting. Okay, none of these are serious tags. So moving on. Monday Monkey Spotlight, of course, shout out to the projects that continue to go on there. Our fellow monkey builders. Feel free to go check it out. Sorry. The recording is also made live and available. Just go through the Twitter, you'll be able to find it shared there. Of course, Monkey Music, go and share your song of the day. It doesn't have to be anything serious. It's meant to be lighthearted anyway, so feel free to go check it out. And I'm not sure if you guys seen the monkeys on Twitter. The favorite content, one of it was from Drip House. Reject corporate logos, return to monkey. That was one of the most amazing part that we saw last week. Super exciting. And of course, we are very excited to have Drip come out with us to host an event at New York. All right. So that is that is a very helpful Moon Settler. Now, that is the end of the newsletter that we have prepared for us this week. Of course, now that we are onward to the good vibes content and updates, I want to also bring up Super Simon to share with us some of the upcoming events that's happening, as well as talk more about the local ambassador program and where we are at with that right now. So Super Simon, whenever you're ready, feel free to take the mic away.
Thanks, Jimmy, and actual GM with you on the West Coast there. Quick update from me, Salona, Calgary tonight. So myself, Nom, your favorite Monkey Patrol, Solus, Steo, Meta, who I think is also in the audience, and more people will be there. It's going to be a great night tonight. Really excited. It's at a bar in Calgary that also is a podcast studio. So we might do a little podcast, which could be pretty fun. And then we also have, if you could go to the next slide there. Andrew, unjust, thank you. I'll do that in 1 second. So we actually also have on the following Monday, so in 3 days, we have a Solana Toronto workspace event. So it's an event in Discord. If somebody could link it, that would be great. So if you're in Toronto and you want to come hang out for a full day and do like a co-working space, that will be this upcoming Monday. And then also a little bit of a local ambassador teaser. So I know Jemmy thankfully leaked this screenshot from our exec meeting this week, which was fantastic. So got a lot of inbound on that one. If you are interested in being a local ambassador for MonkeDAO, ping me, DM me in Discord or Telegram. Let me know where you are and let me know what level of interest you have. And then we'll kind of go for there. Hopefully there'll be more information available for everyone next week. And we won't have to address this based on a screenshot leak. Thanks, Jemmy. Yeah, always leaking. We also have a couple of events that happened. I think yesterday or 2 days ago was a MonkeDAO meetup in Vancouver. It was great to see. I think there's about 8 different monkeys there. Really, really cool to see that the Monkey Meetup Grants program being put to use. So that is 35 USDC per monkey that shows up to the meetup, which is basically like everything covered. So awesome to see. I think there's one more meetup here is the information on the Solana Toronto co-working space if you're looking for that. I think that's about it for me. DM me if you're interested in being a local ambassador. Thank you. Back to you, Jemmy.
All right. Thanks a lot, Simon. I'm not sure about you guys, but, if I were you in the audience and I'm looking at this, very beautifully taken screenshot that was leaked, and I'm wondering why is my city not represented, I would be so upset. So in order to make sure that you are well represented, please, direct all your frustrations and happiness to Super Simon so that we can set you up and make sure that we help facilitate your local chapter to be kickstarted as well. Right? This is definitely something that we're super excited about. Of course, notably as well, there's a lot more content. And we will get our Twitter interns to make sure that all monkey content gets amplified as well. Right? So show the world what the monkey branding and family is all about. It's a global community that you can find. All right, thanks again, Super Simon. Appreciate that. Now let's bring up Stro. Of course, I think a lot of you guys came here this week to not listen to Jamie Ren. Most of us are here to find out more about the latest NFT NYC updates. So let's bring up Stro, the man himself, to share with us the exciting news with less than 1 week to go for NFT NYC. Stro, feel free to take it away.
GM monkeys, how you doing? First of all, I want to say to join our Telegram group chat for the NFT NYC Hacker House as well NFT NYC. I will just let me look at the link and I will share it here in the chat. So if you want to join, you have to send me a DM on Telegram or Discord with your Discord username so I can allow you to the group. One moment that I'm sending the link on the group chat. Okay, about NFT NYC, there is going to be an event. I think the closing day of the Hacker House is like a MonkeDAO meetup. And you can find the link in the Telegram group chat. So if you are in NFT in NYC during the Hacker House, join the group chat and make sure to be part of the MonkeDAO meetup. Then the officially MonkeDAO event, the first one we start April 3rd with MonkeDAO per drip. It will be at 8:30 p.m. at Sage. And I will send just in this chat the link for the link to registration. If you are from the hotel, you get the VIP pass. Otherwise, if you have a Gen 2 or Gen 3, you're allowed to be part of the group. For a lot of you have DM me asking me about the +1. Right now, the priority is monkeys. Then if we might have more space, then you will be allowed to have a +1. But for now, unfortunately, we don't have any spots available for +1. Then, April 4th, the second day on NFT NYC, we have another event called Offline, that is Solana's ecosystem event. MonkeDAO is sponsoring this event, and the sign-up link will be open soon. The event is from 5 to 8 p.m., and the location is Loft 51. Then April 3rd, there is the Monkey Music event. The Monkey Music event will be open, since we have limited spots, we only have 65 spots, will be open only to MonkeDAO Hotel VIP. The time is at 9 p.m. The location is the Delancey, and the sign up are on sidechain. Then April 5th, we just got confirmed that we are going to do an event. The info will become between in a couple of days, probably Monday. So it's going to be first come, first serve. So make sure to join again the Telegram chat. And if you want to be part of the event of April 5th, that will be really limited, then you have to be the first. You have to be really fast to join the event. I want about now that I finished to talk about NFT NYC, I want to talk about Singapore. We sold out the Robertson House hotel pack, so there is not gonna be any spot left, and we only have 5 to 6 room left for the Grand Central. So if you want to book the MonkeDAO hotel, we only have 5 room or 6, and you have to be faster because this will be sold out probably between this week and the next one. So make sure to get your hotel VIP ticket, and that's all for now. I will see you all next week in New York, and enjoy.
All right. Thank you, Stro. Really appreciate that update. And Stro and the RL event team has been working behind the scene to make this possible. Wow, I just saw on the Town Hall Tech Chat thread as well. Of course, NFT NYC is coming out, but also we have a lot of monkeys who are actively involved across different areas, like, being a speaker for NFT NYC. I know Simon just dropped the link for Givy as well. Givy is speaking at NFT NYC. This is happening on the April 4th, 3:05 p.m. stage 4. I know Maurice just shared as well. I think there will continue to be a lot of monkeys who are involved. So if you guys are interested to get all this latest information, please join the Telegram group. All right. And Tausi wants to do a shout out to everybody and says that his mom brought him a new laptop and it gets really hot when the chat is being spammed. Now that his leg is starting to hurt because it is getting so hot, please, if you don't want him burned, please don't spam the chat. Tausi, consider that done. All right, let's move back, get back to the list of agenda items that we've prepared. Next up is actually, maybe a little bit more serious stuff around the proposals happening. This week, especially, we've seen a lot of different proposals coming up. Of course, with different intentions. Some of them are meant to just put up for the sake of chatters. Some are put up for fun. People just want to see some content and sometimes a little bit of drama. But just want to sort of highlight this to everybody. As much as we encourage folks to put up proposals, we ask that we be a little bit mindful in terms of the way that we are approaching proposals. Vote fatigue in DAOs are very, very common, and I don't think any one of us are spared from that. So I think it's just a timely reminder we want to send across to everybody to just be a little bit more mindful in the way that we are putting out the proposals. On the side of the board and the exec as well, this last week as well, a lot of feedback has been provided around how potentially we may want to revamp the vote proposal process. The vote proposal process specifically that can help committee members get more insights and feedback before something is eventually put out to the proposal stage, so that people can start taking proposals more seriously. Because what we have seen happen is that maybe the first one, people take it seriously, people are actually voting and actually talking about it, but then as more and more proposals come out, you realize that vote fatigue actually kicks in. Now, I know that some of us may be kidding, but this is not like, I'll go to like censor it or anything, but there is no point in us having a vote proposal channel when no one is interested to vote. All right. And so that is the not so ideal scenario that we want to avoid at all costs. So now we're actively reviewing this. It's not us like reviewing this like a month later, basically trying to find ways in which how we can help to make sure that the vote proposal process becomes a lot more meaningful. All right. Otherwise, there are different areas of consideration, like proposals that are interesting, but perhaps have not factored in the execution side of things. How do we actually get it done? Who is going to oversee it? Who's going to execute it? And also, the some of the proposals which may be intended to just be a little bit more of like a troll nature or just for folks to have fun, which is perfectly fine. I know like monkeys are degen and everything, but really like the core message that we want to send across is that voter fatigue is very real, and we want to just make sure that everyone is aware of it, and that every time we put out a proposal, let's try to be a little bit more mindful. We took in a couple of feedback. One of the change that we are looking to potentially implement, of course, with more consultation happening as well as discussion, is to ensure that the vote proposal process can be revamped, and there can be actual sort of feedback stage before it goes to a proper vote proposals. Yeah, serious proposals only, please. Yes, yes. That is one common theme that we've sort of been seeing, to ask for folks to take the proposal process a little bit more seriously, and that is like completely understandable. Okay, but of course some of them we know that the author, or rather the one who started the proposal, the proposal originator, as we call it, has good intentions. But of course, one that we specifically wanted to highlight today in town hall is the proposal named Monkey Engagement Reward. This proposal initially outlined the fact that we should consider giving out X amount of money to membership for holding X asset. We want to be super transparent and say that this has definitely been something that has been brought back to both the board and the exec, and has been deliberated very, very passionately. I would say that we have all collectively decided that this is not likely something that we can execute at all, and we have some reservations on this, if this can be even moved to the next steps. And that's largely because there are certain considerations. I think Jam sort of helped us lay that out as well, around the legalities of it. And we also have the duty, as like the fiduciary duty to make sure that the collective is not randomly doing things that may be against laws or whatever, so that we don't get ourselves into trouble. So that is just something that we want to point out and highlight. And of course, we understand that this may not be the outcome some of us may be looking forward to, and this is what I mean. In an ideal world, all that I want to do, all that we want to do, is all the fun stuff, and basically things that only make people happy. But the fact is that sometimes we have to address the things that are a little bit more AG as well, and this just happens to be one of them. All right. So hopefully we can ask for your kind consideration and understanding that this is not us not wanting to do anything with the treasury to like engage community members. There are in fact many ways that we can do it, and I think this specific proposal has brought up a decent conversation or discussion around the different ways to do it. And I think you can be rest assured, as we continue to build out the banana stand a little bit further, we will have different ways where we can factor in these things and ensure that community members can be rewarded. And I think this is potentially also similar to, or rather a good gateway to the later agenda item that we will be bringing up later on the budget. But just one thing that we want to get across. So two things here. This monkey engagement reward, we do not think that this is something that we can execute. Nor do we think that this is in the best interest. We understand that this is not the outcome, but we hope we can consider the challenges that are around executing something like that, as well as the legalities involved. Most importantly, there are multiple ways we can use the funds, or channel the funds to engage community members and ensure that community members can be involved in a more cohesive manner, right? Regardless of a Gen 2 holder or Gen 3 holder. And that is what we want to achieve. And last but not least, just a reminder, the vote proposal process is being reviewed. We'll try to find a middle ground where community members can have ample time for a feedback loop and before this can be put out. And the goal is not about censorship or anything, right? Please get that right. I know sometimes you joke about things like that. We want people to be engaged, and we have been a very big proponent of that. And we've been facilitating platforms, creating platforms where people can do that. So that would be the last on the list of things that we would ever want to do. But we also are very aware of the fact that voter fatigue has kicked in already in some shape or form, and we should try to do our best to make sure that people continue to take these vote proposals seriously. And this is one important step towards that. All right. So hope you guys don't mind. This is the a little bit more serious stuff that we have wanted to share this week. Now, let's talk a little bit about the poker side of things. This is the committee organized event. So, Super Simon, whenever you're ready, feel free to take it away.
Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, quick announcement. I don't know if Raiden is here in the audience because maybe he can speak to it. If you are down there, definitely raise your hand. If anybody didn't see the minor announcement I posted yesterday morning. Oh, there he is. Cool. Raiden, do you want to take it away?
Oh, GM, everybody. So yeah, Simon posted up this proposal, or not proposal, but this poker night announcement yesterday. If you guys haven't checked out the Telegram yet, please join and read up on everything about it. But just more info about the tournament. I'm going to be sending out the link to join the tournament sometime today. And signups will go until 30 minutes before the tournament starts. The prizes right now is set at a 2 soul prize pool. And hopefully if we can see more participation within the community, we can get, more prizes out to people for winning. It's going to be on Poker Now. It's a website you can go on your phone or laptop, either or. You don't have to download anything. But yeah, join the Telegram if you haven't already. Even if you don't play poker, I don't see why not giving it a shot. It's a free roll tournament. Anybody can win. And, you just go all in every time and get lucky a couple times. But yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Raiden. Back to you there, Jemmy.
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Raiden, did you want to share
if
something?
anybody has any questions about it, just feel free to ping me and I'll be responding shortly.
All right, thank you so much, Raiden. Appreciate it. And yeah, feel free to go check it out. And appreciate Raiden for helping to fund this initiative. And this is a good example of a group proposal that was managed to, or rather that we managed to follow up. And also Raiden is now leading the proposal himself. All right, appreciate this sort of committee-run initiatives. Always helpful. Next, I know Ben has mentioned that he has an update for everyone regarding the NFT NYC merge. Ben, I'm going to send you an invite to come up to the stage to speak. Feel free to let us know. And of course, if you are new here or if you came here a little bit late, just a reminder that this is the weekly MonkeDAO Town Hall. We host this every Friday at 12 EST. And this is as much an update for us to, a platform for us to update the community on everything that's happening within MonkeDAO on a weekly basis. And also for us to meet new fellow monkeys to the community. And if you missed out the front sections, there will be a recording. There will also be a point form Town Hall TLDR right below the announcement channel under the important category. Now back to you, Ben Bottle, whenever you're ready. NFT NYC merge. Keep.
GM. Yeah, just 2 minutes because last week this piece of merch got some engagement and people were enthusiastic about the Monkey Beach towel. And just to let you know that if you're going to NFT NYC, you have the option to pre-order it right now on this link on the shop. And there are very few of them that can be purchased right now. All the VIP in the hotel, don't worry about it. You have one already in your package, so you don't need to buy it unless you want to. But yeah, the beach towel are up on the store thanks to distro, and there are very few of them. So if you want one, you need to pre-order that. That will be delivered at the event, at the hotel, wherever we meet during the week. That's it, Jamie.
Oh wow, okay. I thought he was going to run a giveaway for the beach towers. I am a little bit disappointed, but just kidding. Appreciate you, Ben. Thank you for taking time to come out and share with us the latest updates. Or maybe he can come out and do a giveaway. All right, just kidding. Next up, let's.
So I got Jimmy. We
all right.
are not doing a
doing
giveaway
it?
right now. We are not doing a giveaway of the towel right now. But you better be at the main event, the Monkey Drip event, because I heard that there will be merch for the people that are coming not too late at the event, and that will be with the check-in, and there might be some raffle and live giveaway during the event too.
Now we're talking. Okay, so no giveaway,
that will be
but
at
a
the
raffle.
yeah. That will be a Monkey Drip event thing.
All right. So monkey drip event, something is happening. A lot of monkeys like to sneak in and or just not properly check in and just show the QR and move into the event or move on with the event. But this time around, you probably want to make sure that you are properly checked in and you receive something to facilitate the something raffle. And make sure that you get an opportunity for that something. All right. Stro will be working the door and he will check every QR code. All right, thanks a lot, Ben. Appreciate you guys, Stro especially helping to facilitate that and the something raffle. We may have the opportunity to continue loading more things. FD NYC will be fun. Breakpoint Singapore will be even more fun as well. Hope you guys are excited for that. Now, very quickly, let's see if we have Dev Majesty with us. I know Dev Majesty helped us push. Dev Majesty, I'm going to invite you to come out and speak. Dev Majesty has been amazing. She's been fronting a lot of initiatives and ensuring that committee members' sentiments continue to be actively represented. And one of the big steps that she's taking forward is, of course, with the feedback form, etc. And we are all very supportive of that. And I want to make sure that we give her time to come out and share with us some of the things that she's thinking about and how you can all help her to contribute to the feedback form that she has prepared. Let me see if this is convenient time for her. Otherwise, we could also have Super Simon run through the form very quickly and let us know some of the feedback form and how we can participate. Simon, do you want to take it over for now?
Yeah, sure. I'll tackle this one. There's an announcement Dev Majesty posted yesterday morning. Basically, she kind of dives into it in the announcement a little bit, but she really wants to gauge community sentiment anonymously and provide like a safe space for people to talk about and share some things that they think about MonkeDAO. So I've linked it in the chat there. Please go through it. It should take maybe three to 5 minutes or so, and all of the submissions will be reviewed and taken into feedback pretty seriously. So definitely fill it out. Let us know what your thoughts are. Try to be respectful a little bit. That'd be great because there are some real people reading these responses. And thank you. Yeah, definitely great to see what Dev's been doing. She's been doing awesome work, and I can't wait to meet her in New York.
What do you mean, real people? I can't believe you're saying that. All right, yeah, jokes aside, please give feedback. Dev Majesty said that she'll be up here in a bit. So let's wait for her. I think, she definitely wants to join us if she can. No worries, we can vibe for a little bit and see if Ben wants to throw us a free beach tower. And we still have time for barrel raffle, of course, 100%. How can we ever forget about barrel raffle? That has already been allocated there. And just so we are aware as well, and there are, of course, some barrels that are still available and outstanding that we can continue to find different ways where we can be engaging the committee. Of course, this attending town hall could be one fun way. Imagine if there is 100 people attending it on a regular basis. And if we just let town hall attendees maybe get an opportunity to win one barrel, just randomly spitting ideas, there's like literally a 1% chance of winning. Pretty high if you ask me. Better than, gambling on shitcoins. All right, we have Death Majesty up. GM, thank you so much for taking time out of a busy schedule. Appreciate you. Feel free to take over the stage. Oops, I think there is some issue there. Let me see if we can get you up once again. Maybe this is a technical glitch. All right, yeah, I think we can hear you now. GM.
Hello, I'm so sorry if it's noisy, but I just wanted to say I am so excited for this feedback. You guys have been giving me amazing suggestions, and I'm just happy to hear everybody's voices. If you haven't filled it out already, like they said, it's in announcements. The link is there. Make sure that you're really putting thought into what you're saying. It's so important for me to take this feedback so that I can kind of translate it into creating some cool things for you guys. Yeah, I'm super excited. That's all I can really say. It's going to take me a little bit to kind of go through everybody's been going through it on the board and execs, just going through all the, just everything you guys are saying. And it's super important. I can't stress how important it really is, but it's critical. So yeah, thank you for having me up. Shout out to you guys. I love you guys. Love all my monkeys that have been also hitting me up in the DMs, letting me know that you're happy just to have this feedback form. Lots of cool things coming. So definitely stay tuned, and happy Friday. Thanks for having me up, Jem.
All right, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to join us today. And also this morning we briefly discussed an idea for our Gentry monkeys, and I think this is something that we're pretty excited about. Hopefully, this can keep us excited and maybe have us anticipating something related to that. But we know how we have like Dow Jones as like the representation within the Gen 2 collection, perhaps. That was the original or one of the few mascot. So we have recently brought up the idea of having an official Gen 3 mascot under the MonkeDAO brand as well. And so this is something that we're still exploring, and we will find different ways where we can engage the community members that our Gen 3 holders all vote on one mascot, and we will adopt that as the official Gen 3 sort of MonkeDAO mascot, and then we can have them appear more coherent and cohesive across all our brandings. So appreciate Death Majesty for fronting all this effort. We want nothing but to see everyone and the whole MonkeDAO collective as one big family. All right. Now, so I think we have the Don next lineup to chat a little bit about the immutability. Distro. I think the team, there was a working group put together who has been hashing out the different immutability option. This has been something that has been on the minds of people across different threads as well. People are talking about when immutability, etc. And so very excited to bring Distro up to share with us some of the latest updates. Whenever you're ready, Distro, feel free to take over the stage. It's good to have you up here again.
Hello. Hi, thank you for having me again up here. So yeah, just a quick update. I posted already in the immutability working group channel. So if you want to go there, feel free to do so. Even after the town hall, that's totally fine. So just to give like a few quick points around this first version of the report. This is very kind of like we wanted to focus only on the kind of like the initial aspects of this road to immutability. So there are lots of different kind of aspects to it. I know that some people like to focus on like the royalties, but also like one of the most important things that was discussed throughout the last few weeks was around like the provenance and basically how kind of choosing specific options would affect like the address of the tokens that everyone has, etc. Like how does that really impact the provenance of holding and having an SMB? So that's kind of like the main focus of this initial report. You might notice, and this is not kind of focusing on any specific approach. That was not the goal. This is just something that we kind of try to stay away, even though like there's already a fair amount of opinions and kind of like a path that is likely to be the one kind of being proposed. But at this point was mostly to just making sure that everything was available, like all of that information was available to people without having kind of like a specific option in mind. And now the remaining work will be to kind of come up with a plan and set up like a kind of like a more detailed roadmap towards that and how that affects like and I mentioned like the royalties, the on-chain data, and the provenance as well. So those three aspects are quite important. So that's basically the update. I'm just kind of like the one presenting this here, but I'm actually not really the one doing a lot of this or being involved in a lot of these discussions. There's like a lot more people that are much better than I am in all of these subjects. So if you want to have more clarity around anything in the report, please feel free to reach out to the working group, and I'm sure that someone can answer some of your questions. So yeah, that's it. I think I don't know if there's any specific questions, but that was what I wanted to kind of tell everyone.
All right. Thank you, Distro. Appreciate you taking the time to join us today and giving us a quick update. And yes, I think as Distro pointed out as well, we want to make sure that we do a shout out to all the contributing monkeys, especially our deaf monkeys, super talented monkeys who, pour their time out to help us, work on the different options and give us more clarity as we continue to navigate through the different options and before we eventually make a decision there. All right, so that is the immutability review updates. Next up, we wanted to share a little bit on the budget review that has went up just yesterday, I believe, approximately 24 hours ago or so. Now, we put up the sort of like the quarterly budget as like a forecast. One of the changes with the bylaws update is that it specifically has a provision for the team to flesh out the budget that is expected on a quarterly basis. Of course, in an ideal world, we have a full overview of Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And our goal, of course, we actually started working on this over a month ago. And there was a lot of issues that came up around the ways that we should further enhance it and strengthen it, etc. So one of the feedback that has been given was that maybe we should just flesh out like the Q2 since Q1 is ending, which we actually discussed about this and thought is sensible. And so as a result, the budget that you will see is all linked via the tiny URL sheet tinyurl.com/MD Finance Overview. You will see, aside from the regular reporting that we have on the summary of holdings that we have within the DAO, etc., there's also a quarterly budget tab. Now, there are just a couple of key pointers that I want to make sure that we have time to address this. This will be done on a quarterly basis. The goal is that these budget will be forecasted, and forecasted does not translate to actual spending. This current review, or rather this budget that is fleshed out, will go through a 7-day collection process where committee members will be able to provide any feedback, etc. And if everything is sensible and logical, and there is no major red flag that is raised, we will then move forward in operating the DAO on a quarterly basis with the forecasted budget. Now, with the forecasted budget, does not actually take note that does not actually translate to actual spending. That means that we could have the ability to spend up to X amount for different verticals, but we may not have to if there is no need to do so. Now, one of the key points of this as well is that we are in a relatively strong financial position. But as we are working on this budget to be fleshed out for everyone, we have remained very, very prudent in our spending, and this can be seen even in the dollar price of Sol that we have reflected. I believe that is $150 of Sol. Even though Sol continued to run out, and even at the peak of like 200, we were forecasting at 120. And it was only until recently that we decided, hey, we should adjust this to 150 to provide a better reflection. So I want to show you, the first thing is that we are very, very prudent in the way that we're looking at revenues at least, and especially flashing this out, sort of to ensure that we do not overstate as much as possible and to be more realistic there. This has of course been prepared in consultation with the different board members, and they have all reviewed this as well. One of the biggest goal of this budget moving forward, you will see that there are at least four different verticals. There's the committee bucket, there's the marketing bucket, there's the innovation and growth, and the rest of them that also comes along, like legal and whatnot. Some of them are more operational, but I want to highlight two specific verticals, which is the committee and marketing. Now, committee-wise, again, take note that this is a quarterly budget, so everything reflected is for 3 months. We have a fair bit of this, over 30K, that is actually earmarked for sort of like ad hoc committee initiatives. Now, one of the biggest feedback that we receive is that, hey, we want to do this fun thing. And then because, maybe it involves a little bit more money, right? Or involves like X amount of money over a recurring basis, there's no way for us to be able to move forward with it meaningfully without getting it getting it through a vote process. Now, the biggest change here is that what the team is suggesting with this budget review is that let's allocate around X amount to this specific vertical so that the team has the autonomy and flexibility to move forward with it in a timely basis. So anything that the committee proposes that could be potentially fun, example, if Raiden wanted to do the poker tournament, etc., and we think that it's a great idea to support committee, give them a small amount of money where they can facilitate and self-organize, it's a win for us. Now, previously, we may not be able to do so. We have to go through different hoops, etc., and get this proposal done, get this process done. Now, with these actual budget in place, we can now move forward properly and say that, okay, let's make an executive decision and just move forward with it. We don't have to debate, over 7 days and then, take another 7 days to execute just so that we can activate the committee. Because by the time we do that, 7 days of proposal process, 7-day discussion, 7-day executing, this may not be relevant anymore. And, everyone would have been so tired and sick and tired of it. So that is one key feedback that we have always received. And this is not new to us. Right. And this has been, mentioned multiple times in the last cycle. And this hopefully can be addressed with this latest change that we're moving forward with. All right. So note that again, one big highlight is that this is earmarked expenses, or rather earmarked funds for the different purposes. Like example, marketing, Cersei and the team can have the flexibility to spend up to X amount for a given quarter. Now, if the amount is then used up and they require more funds, they will have to go through the official process to request for more funds. But if it's within the budget that is allocated, they would then have the autonomy to move forward with it in a much more flexible manner. All right. So I just want to do a quick shout out as well and appreciation to Hall for helping us work on this. Of course, you can see that this format, even though it looks simple, it is not. There are a lot of numbers very interconnected to one another. So Hall has been the key driver for this, our newly appointed treasurer, who has helped us put this together. All right. And also one quick shout out, I think there were already a couple of proposals that was brought up to our attention around, hey, let's use DAO funds for like potential investments, DeFi farming, yada yada, or like collection of NFTs and whatnot under the DAO capacity. This will fall under sort of like special projects, all right, or rather like a one-off activation. This will not be part of an ongoing budget, or rather not really reflected in the budget, largely because we see this as like a, special activations. And for this, we can allocate funds and then put it through an engagement process or whatnot, and have that for it. But with that said, we are also exploring the idea of just directly earmarking X amount. But given that these amounts could be considerably larger, to make sure it is representative of the collective, it is still best for us to make sure that this goes through a proper process where the community members can be engaged, and to know that we are spending money on things that are meaningful and things that people are interested about. All right, that was a lot of me talking. There's a feedback form there. There's a form for you. There's a link for you to go to the right place to look at the sheets. Feel free to provide us your feedback. Again, this is sort of carved out with the goal to allow more autonomy and flexibility to the team to move forward and to do things in a much more meaningful pace, and not have everything like, hey, so what? We appointed a team, we elected representatives and all. But, at the end of the day, if the people that we elected and the people that we appointed still have to go through everything, and then what is the use of, sort of this so-called team? All right. So that's a lot of me, like, rambling a little bit on this, and I want to apologize if, some of the content may not be as exciting this week. Like I said, in an ideal world, we just focus on the fun things and making everybody happy. But the fact that, sometimes there's some housekeeping that we need to do, some of the things that are more operational and may not be as fun. So please bear with us as we sometimes have to address these things and go through, the slightly more boring stuff. But I assure you, we are most excited about the things that get everybody excited, of course. All right. Now, enough of all these boring agenda items. I know that we are very, very excited for, the one most important thing within the... Oh, sorry. I think I forgot to mention one last thing. Apologies. I know you guys are ready to go to the barrel giveaway, but with the budget review, one of the key things that we've talked about, and sometimes, we meme it, is how can we create an organic flywheel, right? That is meaningful. And the DAO is made out of people that's contributing across different channels like Town Hall, Monday Monkey Spotlight, etc., etc., and our Monkey Patrol. The monkeys that we see with the monkey tag, the monkey icon there. These are folks that have been contributing to MonkeDAO and making sure that MonkeDAO is operational. This budget will see us, or rather will allow us to enable the small payments to our contributors, like the Monkey Patrol, the Monday Monkey Spotlight team, the Town Hall team, TD77, for example, has been hashing out this DJ and setting up the infrastructures for us. There are teams that do recordings, etc. The way that we're looking at it is that we want to make sure that folks can be motivated, and we hope to compensate them for their time in whatever shape or form. And note that these folks have really been contributing to MonkeDAO, since like the very beginning, or have been contributing to MonkeDAO for a long time. So what we are doing here with this latest budget moving forward is to really sort of explore ways to retain them. Of course, we acknowledge that the budget may not be anywhere close to too meaningful to make anyone rich, and that is not our intention at all. But the goal with this budget that is being put forward is to make sure that we can compensate people for their time. So, example, TD77 gets a small token for helping us activate this. The Monkey Patrol team, etc., also get a small token for facilitating that, and that's maybe a couple $100 a month, right? And that's like nothing meaningful, perhaps to some of the folks. But the goal is to make sure that we compensate people for their time and recognize their contribution within the DAO, so that we can continue to make people even more motivated. All right. So hope you guys are excited about this. Of course, it's a big step forward, and we hope this will be a new normal that we can go towards too, and give us a lot more opportunities to activate the community further. All right, so enough of the boring stuff. Let's get to the fun part, which I think everyone has been waiting for very passionately. I hope I get a chance at this barrel raffle, but so far I have not won a single thing at all. So, Moon Settler, whenever you're ready, feel free to take over the stage and get excited for the barrel raffle.
All right, GM. I will go ahead and share my screen, and we will speed run this. So hopefully everybody can see my screen. So we did sell out of all 400 tickets this week. You can see the list here. I've gone ahead and added it into the picker. Here you can see we have 400 selections, and we'll go through and select our 5 winners for this week. So we'll quickly get to shuffling this. And go ahead and pick our first winner for this week, which is Dugats. All right, so that's winner number 1. We'll do a little more shuffling. Winner number 2 is Rudy Poo. All right, Rudy Poo. Some more shuffling. Winner number 3 this week, Peridian. Third winner, next winner up, we have Bouncy Castle. All right, and our final winner this week is Rex Black again. All right, so there you go. There's your 5 winners for this week. Yeah, like I mentioned, as you all know, following this town hall, we will get next week's round up and running. So there will be another chance for you all to win again next week. That's it for me. Back over to you, Jemmy.
All right. Hope you guys are excited. I really hope we get to win the barrel at some point. Everybody at least once. But somebody is on a winning streak so far. Congratulations. That's very, very amazing luck. But now we are almost time to say goodbye really soon. We hope you enjoyed the weekly MonkeDAO productions, as we know them as the Monkey Weekly Town Hall. But congratulations to all the winners once again. And for all our new monkeys, we usually try to allocate some time for us to get to know you. Unfortunately, this week is a little bit tight on time, but we would love to have you up again in the upcoming week. And if you have the new tag and you're wondering how to get rid of it, it's a 7-day duration and we will have them removed. All right, so next week we'll try to bring up more monkeys to say hi. But this week could be a little bit tight, and good to hear that, Creedon. Thank you for the kind words. This has majorly lifted my spirits. Definitely, we are excited for you as well. All right, to everybody else, enjoy your weekends. Appreciate everyone for taking the time to join us. Without further delay, we will send the pump it up vibes and have a great day and happy touch grass.
You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, up, up.